So Ezekiel chapter 7, I'm going to start at verse 1. And it reads, Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua came unto me, saying, Also thou son of man, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, power unto the land of Israel, and the end is come upon the four corners of the land. Verse 3, Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send mine anger upon thee. We seeing the anger of the Lord. We ain't really even seen none yet. And will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai. And mine eye shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abominations shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai. Verse 5. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, power and evil, and only evil behold is come. Evil is a compound word, eve meaning time, ill meaning bad. If you can't see you in bad times, the Lord want to kill your dumb ass. You know, like the Lord don't like you. Like that's scary too. Cause it's so much shit going on. And then you got people sitting up here, man. That's why I see why the elders be like, you know, you got to use wisdom with this shit. You make yourself a target by trying to wake up everybody nowadays. Like, if you ain't got it by now, you probably not meant to get it. You got to play chess with this. Man, listen. I talked to a chick earlier today. She was up there. She understood something, but I bet you that she don't even know the name of the Heavenly Father. You know what I'm saying? These people got their own understanding of stuff. And that ain't going to be good enough. That's like partial. Just because you know you're an Israelite doesn't mean you're going to be saved. You get what I'm saying? Verse 6. And end is come, the end is coming. Watching for thee, behold, it is come. The end. And we seeing the end of a whole bunch of shit. And I found the video, and this inspired this lesson. So I want to start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to call Elohim Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem double honors to the elders, to the apostles that I learned this truth from. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth with faith, with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Aqua, thought they're listening and learning. Lord willingly, this is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad.
Everyone on Medicare, listen to this.
I'm stopping it.
Be more.
I'm stopping. In the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, but subscribe to this truth. To you, I say Shalom. Salaki. Salaki. So, brother Yahweh, stop coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and through the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. Yahweh meaning he is, he exists, or he to be. Ba'ashem, Ba'az in, Haz the, Shem his name. Yahweh Shai meaning he saves, or he deliver. True names of the Most High God and his Son, who these people ignorantly call God and Jesus Christ, whose true name in Paleo Hebrew is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And this lesson is inspired. I was going to do a lesson on this, and it's spiritual. Because no matter yet, he made another video about the I forgot what the name of the program is, but it's a program that funds all the schools from the federal government for the school lunch program for your breakfast and lunch. And you know, again, I never had to actually, you know, as much as I love my daddy, but my daddy, I know my daddy's spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so people get offended. I can hear the janky voice. I'm a father. Certain things I wouldn't have done. You know what I'm saying? But like, I remember I met a woman when I was homeless, and she said something, because my dad was off into Islam, right? But my dad, you know, most people, like a lot of Muslims is really like Freemasons. When you get into Christianity, a lot of Christians are Freemasons, you know, because they don't really worship that. They worship some secret shit. Yeah. So anyway, me and this woman was talking. We was talking about and I was like, yeah, my name is such and such because my dad, but my name is the name that's my name. You know what I'm saying? So when I remember one brother asked me, elder brother too, he was like, what's your name? I wasn't even the truth. Like, that's what I say. Like, when I came into the truth, it wasn't even that hard. It was like, you supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, damn, you know what I mean? And I never questioned it. I was like, damn. You know what I mean? But I remember the brother that died, I ain't gonna bring up his name, you know. Brothers know who I'm talking about. Brothers that's familiar with our camp, and it was a particular brother. And I didn't know before he died, they let him back into the camp. And he died right up. And the crazy part is, why a lot of people wonder why I say certain shit. When that brother got jumped on, he got jumped on by the mayor of the city. The store he got beat up at was in front of that store. So while Jake was laughing at this shit, I saw the spirituality behind it back then. I'm just speaking on this now. It's so many things I got to speak on. So you got to deal with that though. Like, I mean, that was the spirit of the Lord laughing, but at the same time, was it? Was that some carnal shit? I know exactly what the fuck going on in that city. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck you think I stay away from it? And I always end up in that city whenever they have a reunion. And I don't even be intending to be there, showing you what kind of demonic pool that is. No, I always end up have drinking, and then I end up out there, and I'm like, how the fuck? And it's always the most chaotic shit. But I've never been in a situation where I don't want to even go through it then. Man, listen. Salaki, I'm all over the place because Jake be just assuming shit and thinking like if you can't hear the Lord's voice, and that's the crazy part about it is you got men up under men really acting like they are part of this thing or really believe. You got men that don't got no fucking faith for nothing. They want to really be just like remote controlled. You know what I mean? Long as I'm doing this, that's good enough. When it's not about the person you're trying to please or make it, like trying to look a particular way in front of, these men that the Lord set up. It's about the Lord. The Lord watching you when you're not around them. Because I'm going to say various topics. Because that shit that pissed me off, you know what I mean? Because everybody got something to say. I got a whole bunch to say, and sometimes I don't even say shit. And I'm going to stop saying shit. When I stop saying certain shit, watch what's about to happen. And I ain't being proud. I'm watching these motherfuckers build a compound where I stay at. I'm watching them do it. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people try to build a compound? Wesley Snipes tried to build a compound, and they made that nigga broke. And then he had to, right. You know what I'm saying? They made him broke. And then he was going to fight Joe Rogan, if you didn't know that. And I think Joe Rogan could fight. You know what I'm saying? Joe Rogan was ready to fight. Joe Rogan, I think, is a Jake. Joe Rogan probably Italian or something. Joe Rogan got a certain kind of spirit. That's a man. Joe Rogan go out and hunt shit and all that. I think he Jake. He a bugged out Jake. Well, he a demon for real. Because, you don't think he worked with the government? This nigga got the most popular podcast in history. And then he talking about doing drugs and pharmakia. Yeah, this is how you get spiritual. Like that nigga leading people astray. Just like you got this whole little situation going on with Funny Mike dressed up in an alien costume. You got the other guy, Space God. So whoever that is, that's probably somebody famous because they saying they aliens. When they trying to say that they like Dragon Ball Z. You know what I mean? They trying to say that they the aliens. When we really alienated from this place. Because this is, that's how show you how cold the Lord is. Like, he gave us the world, and then basically we fucked up so bad, and that's the spirit. Because I was just listening to a particular brother's channel, a video. He was like, at the end of the day, we fucked up. So the Lord like, well, boom. So this is the judgment. This was given to us, but they make it seem like this ain't ours. And that's the will of the Lord. You're supposed to feel like shit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't feel like shit and your pride is just, I'm the shit, then you probably ain't shit for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you supposed to be remorseful, regretful. You supposed to be like, man, damn, I ain't never going. I remember the elder from Houston was like, he said, man, this shit make you say, damn, you ever seen Scared Straight? They did one where it was a dude, he made the boy his girlfriend. I've never seen one like that. And I sent this to somebody because they made it funny. Because the thing was, he was like, you see him? He's like, this is what I like. He said, he came here acting all tough, and he said, I made him my wife. And the dude up there, the boy girl, he up there shaking his head like, yeah. So he just accepted the role. Then you would have to kill me. We gonna fight every day until you beat me to death. You got me fucked up. Like, what is wrong? Nigga, you ain't that tough, nigga. I'll beat him. What that nigga say? I'm gonna bite you to death, bitch. If I can't fight, my brother say, if I can't fight, I'll bite, nigga. I'll bite the shit out of you. Like the pit bull, nigga. Is you crazy? And I ain't letting go. The fuck are you talking about? What kind of gay shit is, man? I apologize, because there's so much shit going on, and I'm thinking like, this shit crazy. You just gonna accept this shit, huh? Nigga, you gotta kill me. I'm not accepting this shit. Like, I'm digital ID, fuck that shit. And then the crazy part is the Lord so cold, he like, you gonna have to, or you gonna have to be like willing to give this shit up. So that's why I come with the mindset like, man, I've always been stubborn. I'm a fucking goat. Right. So, yeah. I dig in, nope, I ain't going, all that shit. I'm not going. And like the elder said, I'm not going for this. You got me fucked up. Right. What you talking about? Nigga, man, it's already bad enough. We got to motherfucking do all this other shit. Not, man, Salakia. I done went off a little bit. Salakia. I got a little time though. Hey, and that brother got a video. What did it say? It's like, in the bending of the knees. That's the spirit though. Look, in the bending of the knees begin. Now I'm talking about I ain't going. Hey, and this been happening lately too. Like, just literally, like, the Lord be speaking. Like, I'm doing videos and I'm seeing brothers speaking on videos or naming the video after something I said. That's just the spirit of the Lord. Like, call Loyam Layam Bashimel Shah, that the Lord's still dealing. Because I wouldn't know what to do if he wasn't. I ain't going back in the world. I'll probably go on some, you gonna come get me type shit. Like, I'll go on some shit. Like, you got me fucked up. I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not bluffing. None of that shit. You got me fucked up. Like, real shit. Like, I already know it's gonna be bad. It's bad. They not letting you know it's bad. You get what I'm saying? I must just play the video. Salakia for all the rambling. It was just spiritual because I just was talking about this though.
Helpful for you, then there'll be
fair use. I'm not profiting off of this. I'm just lining up what's said with the scriptures. Lord willingly, this is edifying.
Well, the Senate passed a bill late last night, which means the government is one step closer to reopening. According to reports, this bill has to go to...
Because like brother said, it's phases. So they purposely did this because like I said, and I'll be the one to sacrifice and let people know, you ain't supposed to never talk. I grew up, we don't tell every fucking thing. You don't think I know that shit? I do it because I know it's people listening to me and hopefully it's beneficial. Because a fool will be told something and then they don't want to listen. But a wise man can learn from something that somebody else going through. A lot of motherfuckers stupid, man. And it ain't my concern no more. That's why the Lord got me. You know, again, I'm empathetic. I have a heart. You know what I mean? You going through something, I'm be like, damn, how can I help you? Not knowing if you trying to use me or what.
The House of Representatives and the House needs to pass the bill as well. Well, they are saying that this should happen tomorrow sometime afternoon, but expect the vote is going to take place around 4 p.m. in Washington. Now, here's what
motherfuckers up there salivating over this $2,000 that you probably not even gonna get. I take it if you give it to me. Hell yeah, I just spit. Right, I need that too. But at the same time, fuck that 2,000. Like, nigga, you can't buy me for 2,000. You couldn't buy me for 2 million. The fuck? How about that one?
Need to know what exactly is in this bill. First off, it says the Senate passes bill to end the government shutdown, sending it to the House. But what are they sending to the House? Well, this is where things get very interesting, because even though the federal government is going to reopen, likely in the next several days, there is still a possibility that the federal government will shut down in January.
And that's the point I wanted. Just because motherfuckers don't believe me, they think I'm a retard or some shit like that. I brought that out in the video. When I went and researched it, yeah, this bill is only to fund the government till January. So the thing is, this shit over with. And we going into 2026. May the Lord allow me to see the downfall of my enemy. I don't even know if I'm getting on the chariot. But I'm willing to go ahead and watch it. And, you know, I'll be the watcher, you know what I'm saying? That big head motherfucker, the watcher, you know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga sat back and just watched. You know, there's spiritual how the elders talk about the sentinels, you know.
I'll explain more on that in a moment, but I want to play a couple clips for you. First off, listen to this.
Well, yeah, 8 Democrats joined Republicans last night to pass that measure that will be to reopen the government. Part of it will be for the rest of the fiscal year. Part of it's only until January 30th, but now it goes to the House. Passage there.
So the point is, I'm going to leave it at that. You want to watch this, go do it on your own. This is supposed to be a quicker video. You know, I get the rambling, ranting. You got to go on my rant. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about everything. No, it's about, yeah, I'm about to shoot me out shot. So I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible. But the thing is, I just wanted to bring that out. Literally, this is a whole, you got to wonder what's in store. Like, they breaking their neck. That's how you know this was done by design, too. Again, I brought it out. I said, well, damn, they cut my stamps. And they was like, you can appeal it. But I'm like, I ain't about to kiss your ass like that. Fuck them stamps. Like, I know my kids, as long as they eating, you know, my kids gonna eat their 3 squares a day, and they can miss one sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do that on purpose. Nigga, you might not get nothing to eat today. What you talking about? Like, the fuck? I had to give up my food when we was homeless. Don't tell me about what the fuck a sacrifice is. Like, fuck you sacrifice. And I ain't talking to nobody in particular, but I am. You get what I'm saying? Everybody got something to fucking say. Well, how about this? Go figure it out with the Lord. I don't regret nothing that was done. I regretted it at the time because I was like, damn, yeah, I was, you know, them spirits on you and shit, you and your sauce, and you like, but the Lord wanted that to happen. That's why nobody said nothing about nothing. That little, you know what I'm saying? You want to be a grown man, but don't want to be a grown man. You got grown fucking kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, you a child, nigga. Like, and then you want to dictate to me, like, and I'm not talking about nobody in particular, but I am. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying the thing is, if the Lord comfortable with you and the Lord love you, that's all that matters. I can say what I want to say because you had a lot to fucking say. You know what I'm saying? Now, but I'm saying something's an issue. Every time I do something, it's an issue. Man, if I gave a fuck about what everybody thought, I'd probably still be in the world. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. I walked away from a whole fucking family. Don't tell me about what the fuck you done did. I respected certain stuff that certain Jakes did. I was with Jake when I was at Jake fucking graduation. What you fucking talking about? Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9. Wake up out of this shit or get caught up in it. We'll start at verse 7. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth with wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even with the needy speaketh not. The smooth tricks of scoundrels are evil. And who is a scoundrel? These elites. These motherfuckers that's you got these motherfuckers sucking penis, you know what I mean, through the microphone, talking about, yeah, we're with you, Israel. Like, fuck these niggas, man. Like, that's my spirit, you know what I mean? Like, again, I ain't the toughest guy. I ain't gonna win every fight. You know what I mean? I didn't put my energy into learn not, you know, I wish I'd have learned that shit back when I was younger. I gave that shit up, and I was about to be getting another belt. Like, I was gonna get a belt. Yeah, they was like, you just there, but I was like, fuck that shit for real, because that ain't gonna save you for real. But if I actually have been disciplined and like, I wish I'd have learned that shit as a younger man, I would be able to fuck a lot of people up. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to come in that mindset. I heard a great man say, I don't trust in that. Because he's so spiritual as well. You know what I'm saying? I would like the spirit. The Lord ain't worried about the Lord worried about if your spirit right. That's who's going to get that spiritual power. Not no, I done did all this for the Lord. I done did all these videos. The Lord don't give a fuck about that. Like, what you talking about? I was listening to the elder speak on that. That was deep. They was talking about how Samson wasn't always turned up. It took for the spirit, and he could feel when the spirit of the Lord come on him. Just like brothers be like, that's the spirit. Right. And I agree with him. If Samson was always in the spirit, he would never got locked up. Right. The Lord tested him so bad. Let's talk about that one. Lord tested him, say, yeah. Made you put him in a position. Is you gonna give up? What you gonna believe? Samson start feeling that spirit, and Samson, the Lord, that's one of my favorite accounts, man. Like Judges. That's my favorite book, actually, but that account about Samson, because you watch Samson. Samson wasn't stupid. They try to portray him like he was a goofy at it. Like, Samson was actually very wise, because that's why the Philistines hated him, because he gave them a riddle they couldn't solve. When you go watch The Lord of the Rings, that's what Gollum and Bilbo was able to escape Gollum because he put him in a situation, they was doing riddles. And he put him in a situation, he couldn't figure out the riddle. Right. That shows your smarts. I used to fuck with Jake. I'd be like, do you know what that mean? And then I end up having to give him the answer. So how the fuck is you smarter than me? Verse 7, the instruments also of the churl are evil. I ain't gonna go into that. But I'm saying though, like, I've never just was like, I watched Jake sit up there, you a young man, you trying to, and Jake was trying to press. You go talk to a white bitch, you ain't fucking her, so what do it matter? You want a picture with her. These hoes like to take pictures, didn't you know that? Fuck you. I always say the corny boy, because that's corny though. Like, you want to be seen. I had multiple white women, like, them hoes just like these hoes out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they'll treat you a little bit different because there's a curse on our women. We have to break the curse. Wanna know why? Because I know. The churl, the instruments also of the, I'm going to read this in the NLT again. The smooth tricks of scoundrels are evil. They plot crooked schemes. They lie to convict the poor. This devil, DJ Trump, is lying right. These people are salivating like how a dog is salivating. Like when I'm about to feed my dogs, they get the, you ever seen, what's that, with Brad Pitt? I think it was a Quentin Tarantino movie where he fought Bruce Lee. He had a pit bull. And the dog would salivate when he about to feed it. And if it whined, he wouldn't feed it. My dog be whining. Like, nigga, you gotta stop whining. You too big for that shit. Pit bulls will whine, though, when they want to bite your ass, too. So you gotta understand the whine. They lie to convict the poor even when the cause of the poor is just. But generous people plan to do what is generous. And they stand firm in their generosity. Listen, you women who lie around at ease. Listen to me, you who are so smug. In a short time, just a little more than a year, you careless ones will suddenly begin to care. For your fruit crops will fall and the harvest will never take place. Now, these women didn't care about what a man's opinion was or what the man had to say. I watch women talking about, I'm married, but I'm going to wear what I want to wear. But you're supposed to be trying to please him. That's the whole purpose of you. That's why I wouldn't try and get married. And the elder said something. I used to call her my Eve. She really my Eve in the spirit, but he right. No, I ain't got no Eve. What the fuck? I got a Fred. I got some women that I put, penis in this. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't want no woman. Want to know why? Because they ain't women. Until we become men, and then give me a real woman. You know what I mean? Like, the fuck? Like the elder said, you got to be a man before you could be a man of the Lord. The elders are a lot older, so the times when men knew how to be men was different then. My dad used to always tell me to sit up straight. I got a whole little hunch over thing and my back fucked up because I never did it. You know what I mean? It was more easier to be slouched. Then you wondering why the fuck you don't stand up straight. My daddy was a different type of person. Verse 11, I'm going to read that in the KJV. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. I'm going to read that in the NLT. Tremble, you women at ease, throw off your complacency. Yeah, because people are comfortable here. And they shook this shit up a little bit by motherfucking taking away them food stamps. And again, I ain't really worried. I'll just be like, yeah, you want to have a backup plan. But I saw this shit coming. They said, nigga, on November, you ain't gonna get the stamps, or you may not. But then they was like, in December, your shit cut down lower. I'm like, well, damn, it's like you set this up. Now they talk about they gonna give out the full benefits, but Trump lied. So why would you believe DeWine giving you? I'm not even concerned about that shit. Like, I got food. You know what I mean? Like, my children eating. My children, they ain't about to be over here saying that, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm such in a fucked up situation because they could try and make it seem like my children is in danger or, you know what I mean? Like, you got to remember, I got women that watch my children. Them bitches will look at me like I'm not doing a good job. Bitch, I'm probably doing a better job than you would do. You got women that sit up here and go have 15 kids and then expect a nigga come. And then you got some goofball ass nigga that, I'll take care of it. Like, no, bitch, I ain't him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's me, but I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna judge you based on that. And if you know, like Shaq. Shaq didn't respect his real dad. He respected his stepdad. Because he knew and he realized the Lord had the spirit on him. He said, well, damn, my dad didn't even take care of me. Shaq's dad came out of the woodwork once Shaq literally made money. And they show you that in one of those Tyler Perry movies. I can't remember which one, but he pretty much, when the dude was about to go pro, that's when his dad came out of the woodwork. Smiling, cheesing, I'm ready to get that money. And that nigga was like, nigga, and he went and hugged his stepfather. Like, nigga, you my daddy, right? The Lord got a whole, like he got some shit for you niggas, man. Like, you niggas gonna learn. First, the Lord gotta learn you. You know what I'm saying? They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Beat your breast in sorrow for your bountiful farms and your fruitful garden. Grapevines, so like it. For your bountiful farms and your fruitful grapevines. So again, these people now they whining about it, which if you really in the spirit, you not giving a fuck about that shit. Like I utilize some of that shit too. Like I'm on social services. And the thing is, I have no problem saying that I get it. Wanna know why? Because if you can afford, you know what I mean? People I know say, damn, I would like to get that shit. You think that you qualify for it because of the fact you pay taxes. They take taxes on my shit. What you talking about? But I qualify for it because of the fact this is the system they set up. And then they know they're going to get money back. But they're changing all of this shit. Like, the income tax is not going to be the same. All the women getting 15, 20,000 and you ain't even working. You probably sucking dick somewhere. Like, you about to feel, they changed the tax law. That's why they upped it. So literally, like, people that's making 100,000 now, they going to get something. While as opposed to the people that was low income, they not going to get as much as they used to get. If they get anything. I remember that one elder brother in the news was speaking on that. And the thing is, we all depend on that shit, because I know brothers that get food stamps and shit like that. Like I know brothers that get tax returns and shit like that. Like, brothers literally, these motherfuckers watching me still. Like, these motherfuckers just watch. This nigga looked at me. I'm in my motherfucking car. I can't, man. And listen, I gotta suffer this a little bit longer. These motherfuckers, they make it obvious too. They don't even try to act like you. You know, like when you, like I was in the street, right? So like when you watching somebody, you trying to look at them but not be seen looking. These police officers will look at you right in your face. Now my thing is, what I do wrong? I live right here. They just so sloppy with the shit. Like, say, man, fuck them crackers. You know what I'm saying? Like real nigga shit. Now they gonna see the nigga. That's what you wanted to see. Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 12. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. Let's look up that word lees.
Strong's H8105. Shemer.
Says something preserved. The settling plural of wine, drag. So the philosophy settled on this place. Some preserved. People want to keep this shit going because this is all they know. Now the thing so cold about it is the Lord is trying to have the Lord. The Lord's men, the one that the Lord's dealing with, that go out on the highways and hedges and do these epistles to actually forewarn and bring them back or bid them back to the marriage. But these people, that's how you know a two-third, they get offended by this. When, like, again, and you know, it's obvious and it's not, you know, again, I don't pity as much as I used to. Want to know why? Because just like I had a certain amount of time to get right, you got a certain amount of time to get right. If you refusing it, that's just scary, because the Lord got a punishment for that. I was talking to a female, she was talking about that. She was like, and she was saying so much shit that was actually spiritual. I was like, damn, I was like, yeah, I could talk to you tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, because it's refreshing to hear somebody, most women buck up against it, or most women run away from it. You know, I've been blessed to meet a couple of women that actually don't be tripping on the fact that, yeah, this shit over with. You know what I mean? But is you ready, though? Because a person to say they ready, but they not really ready. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers say you got to give up all this and be ready to, like, whatever the fate that the Lord has for you. Is you ready for that? People are like, yeah, but most people not. Like, motherfuckers don't really want to suffer for real. I don't like suffering. But I appreciate the Lord making me suffer. Wanna know why? Because at the end of the day, when the suffering come, I'm gonna lightweight be like, the Lord, again, that's like exercising muscle. Our faith is tested to exercise it. And that's the only way that you grow it. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I wanted to show the fact that these motherfuckers hoping and hope, and the hope really is it's supposed to be in the Lord as opposed to man. Scriptures talk about cursed is the man that trusteth in man. But these people still want to. The people so ecstatic that they opening up the government again, but they only open it up for a couple months. So you got to question, how broke is this place? I'm gonna end it at that. I got one scripture. So like I got one more scripture. At the end of the day, we so willing and anxious for this shit to be destroyed because we understand the scriptures. Scriptures talk about the Lord gonna take care of his. Now, the Lord gonna also punish those that went against or don't really, and that's why we so adamant about, you got Psalms 91, the believers, they're gonna be, he that dwelleth in the secret place, which is his truth, is gonna be protected. This is Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offerings unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword. The Lord gonna kill you, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. The Lord gonna make you die. He gonna put you in a situation you're not gonna escape. Death and salvation come from the Lord. Because when I called you did not answer, when I spake you did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Verse 13, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, the Most High, shall slay thee and call the servants by another name. He who blesseth himself in the earth shall bless himself in the Most High of truth, and he that sweareth in the earth shall swear by the Most High of truth, because the former troubles are forgotten, and because they are hid from mine eyes. The Lord gonna protect the true believers, the elect. I wholeheartedly believe that. You know how you just know? That's why you had Abraham in faith willing to sacrifice Isaac, because he just knew. And that's why he's the father, you know what I mean? Many sons. So, he received that promise. He's the father of the nation as well as other nations, but he was, the father of the promise because he was waiting on that promise. He knew that the Lord was going to come through. And that's the type of faith you're going to have. This shit about to get ugly. What that dude name? He looked like an Edomite, but he was a Jake. He made a song. It's getting ugly. What's his name? Bubba something? Bubba Sparks. That's an old song. So it's getting ugly. This shit getting ugly. Jake, you better lock in. Because if you ain't locked in, then you going to get locked out. If you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Seminole Indian, West Indian, or Haitian, I implore you to come back to the law, statutes, commandments of your power, which true name in the Paleo Hebrew is Yahweh. By Hashem Yahushua, or you will be destroyed. With that, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to call Yahweh. By Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem. Double honors to the elders, to the apostles that I learned this truth from. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing this. And know what's pushing this truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and the freedom to do so. Now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and Aquat out there listening and learning. Lord willingly this is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad and all other nations appearing like the other nations, but subscribe to this truth. So you, I say shalom. Till next time, Lord willingly. Shalom, shalom. Kwame Yasharala, Mawatla Bobo. Shalom, shalom, Kwame Yasharala, and Mawatla Bobo. Shalom. And I'm going to just end it with this because I was just thinking, I was about to, when it comes to the prayers, you should never, stop doing that because the Lord got to get his first. But I was just thinking, I've been trying to move from here for the last, 6-7 months. And it's funny. The Lord want me here for a reason. And I'm watching him watch me. That's why I was always trying to move. But it's cool though, because again, you know, the Lord I serve can give me to y'all and then give y'all to me. In the name of the Most High, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Rachakodash, Dwara Amar.